Your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. This is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, last week, the Scottsbluff City Council entered into a real estate donation agreement that will help create a new park in northeast Scottsbluff. Tim Reganis of Reganis Honda is donating a parcel of land south of Winter Creek Drive, just to the west of the Fairfield Inn, which the Scottsbluff-Gehring Rotary Club is going to help turn into a park.
I think it's going to be having that as a park, and I think we should name it after WNCC and call it Cougar Park, was my suggestion. I mean, they're going to be here forever. Yes, in my mind they are. Yeah. So I think that would be the most beneficial thing for our community.
Councilmember Jerry Stricker voiced some disagreement, saying he didn't think that a park would work there.
I don't share the opinion that it's a very good location for a park. Maybe a trailhead for the pathway, but there's a lot of, it takes them out to impact the neighborhood parking, and then you got even less of a already small parcel. I'm not saying it's not valuable for something, I just would hate for us to say, well, we got our park north of the highway. No.
However, Reganis and several other council members disagreed, saying the park would be a nice asset for the city, the nearby neighborhoods, and people using the pathway.
I think you'll have people who walk on the trail use that facility. They may use it in a different way than driving to the park. But
I think it's great. Next to that hotel and everything too.
The neighborhoods can access it.
Yes, I mean, people from the neighborhood can walk there. People on the walking trail can walk there.
City Manager Kevin Spencer noted plans were already in motion and would be a minimal cost to the city.
As part of the road, I think there's been an offer to design this space without cost to the city, so we don't know what that looks like yet. It hasn't been done. I think this is the step one to this Cougar Park. So.
Correct.
Members from the Rotary Club and Parks and Rec Department are spearheading efforts with Cougar Park's preliminary layout. Once sufficient funds are raised to purchase equipment, a request for proposals will be sent out. Well, a Gehring man is set to stand trial next month after getting caught with several ounces of suspected methamphetamine in May. 41-year-old Alexander Padilla is facing charges of possession with intent to distribute more than 28 grams, less than 140 grams, within 1,000 feet of a playground, and failure to affix a drug tax stamp. He and Sean Fagler were arrested at the Scottsbluff Walmart last spring after police investigated a sighting of a stolen pickup. Padilla has pled not guilty to the charges, but could face a minimum of 20 years in prison if a jury convicts him following the February 13th trial. And a 43-year-old McGrew man caught with 21 grams of meth and a knife during a May traffic stop in Scottsbluff has pleaded guilty to amended charges. Robert Brown pled guilty last week to a charge of distribution of a controlled substance, which is a Class 2 felony. In exchange for his plea, charges of possession of a deadly weapon by a prohibited person, no drug tax stamp, and driving during revocation were dismissed. He could face up to 20 years in prison when he's back in court on March 20th for sentencing with Judge Leo Dobrovolny. We'll have more news right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital, exceptional care right here at home.
Welcome back. Chadron Hospital announced this week it will discontinue dialysis services following a review of the program's long-term sustainability. Hospital leaders say the decision was driven by staffing shortages, rising operational costs, and declining reimbursement facing rural hospitals nationwide. CEO John Reiner says continuing dialysis services is no longer financially or operationally sustainable, but emphasized the decision was not made lightly. Hospital officials say ending the program will allow Chadron Hospital to preserve other critical services and continue investing in staff, technology, and infrastructure. The hospital is working with patients, physicians, and regional providers to coordinate dialysis care and minimize disruptions. Impacted employees are being supported with options to remain employed at Chadron Hospital. Well, Nebraska ended 2025 with an unemployment rate that has stayed relatively constant throughout the year, according to the Nebraska Department of Labor. The preliminary December seasonally adjusted figure was 3%, the same as it's been the last 8 months, and up just 0.1% from the rate of December of 2024. State Labor Commissioner Katie Thurber says the state continued the streak of a record high labor force with employment of 1,066,000 people, up more than 2,000 from last November. Nebraska's December jobless rate ranked 6th lowest in the country, but an analysis by UNL projects that the Tyson plant closure in Lexington earlier this month estimates more than 7,000 jobs across Nebraska are lost, including more than 3,000 positions tied directly to that plant in Lexington.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Head of the Iowa Ag Expo, I'm Alex Makovica, and we are learning about some of the incredible companies that are going to be showcasing their technologies. One of those is Inner Plant, creating plants that communicate. We are joined by Sean with Inner Plant. What does that mean, Sean? Plants that can communicate.
Plants that communicate. We genetically engineer plants to give off an optical signal when they're under stress. So we have a product deployed right now called Crop Voice, and that is powered by inner soy fungal sensors. And those are soybean plants that have been genetically engineered to give off an optical signal when they're infected with a fungus. And so that allows us to give warnings to farmers when there's an infection near their field. And that product is also supported by agronomists in the field. So we have a lot of other data sources that combine with the plants, but the plants are the source of truth, because when they're giving off that signal, we have confirmation from inside the plant that there's an active fungal infection.
Let's take a bigger step back and kind of talk about this challenge that you are solving for producers across the nation.
Farmers have a lot of guesswork in their operation. So they have to guess about is there an infection in the field? When should I spray? Should I spray? What should I spray? There's a lot of guesswork. Unfortunately, you can't see if there's a fungal infection, and by the time you see the symptoms, it's already too late. Your yields are robbed. What we're doing is we're taking the guesswork out of those decisions by giving them ground truth tied directly to the plant's physiological response to a pathogen, so that they don't have to guess about what they're going to do. They know there's a confirmed infection or they don't, right? And so that can help both with obviously knowing that the disease is out there to begin with, but also the timing. Because should you spray in R1 or R2 or R3, maybe earlier, maybe later, maybe not at all. So again, taking that guesswork out of that equation for the farmer is really the key point that we're solving for.
Absolutely. You guys are kind of in your enrollment stage right now, trying to help get the word out to producers. That's going to be one main message here at the Iowa Ag Expo coming up. Talk about those conversations, Sean, that you guys hope to have.
We're hoping to pull the veil back on the technology, right? This is a new technology. We've been out in the news. People have probably seen news stories about us, but actually see, well, a lot of what we get is like, wow, this kind of sounds like science fiction, and I don't believe that it actually works. So we'll have the plants there. We have the lights. We have this really cool demo that we can do. The fluorescence isn't visible to human eyes, but we have a clever workaround where we use laser safety glasses and laser to activate the fluorescence. So you can actually see this happening in real time. We'll also have one of the detection bars that we use in our fields to detect the signal. So this will be available for farmers to actually see, take a look at it, understand the technology, ask questions that they have. And really the push here is to make sure that they have all the information they need so they can go to their local retailer and get enrolled in CropVoice.
Yeah. Sean, what kind of field research have you guys done already kind of in the beginning stages of this technology?
Well, we're well beyond field research. We actually, 2025 was our first commercial year. We had CropVoice deployed in Nebraska and Illinois. And in fact, in July of 2025, we accomplished the world's first detection of an active fungal infection in real time. The first time in 10,000 years of agriculture that anyone has detected an active fungal infection in real time and notified farmers. That was in southeast Dakota, northeast Nebraska, kind of Yankton County-ish, and we were able to detect the disease and then notify farmers that, hey, there's an active fungal infection near your field. We've been getting feedback from those farmers post harvest, and there's been a tremendous feedback from those farmers that they've seen. The timing was super helpful. It was a little earlier. It was kind of late vegetative, early reproductive when we sent the alert out. So that was a game changer for them. And then the results that they've seen in harvest have been very positive for them. So we're excited to expand the network and bring this to even more farmers across Nebraska.
Yeah, and at a time when input costs are just so sky high, I mean, you are working for the bottom dollar for these producers. Is that fair?
Exactly. It's really unfair to ask someone to make a business decision on a guess, right? There's too much guesswork. You can't make a good business decision based on a guess. And that's what farmers have to do too often. So really, in a year like this where there's volatility, the high input prices, this is the year where you want to know. You don't want to be guessing, gosh, is this spray going out there? Is this $30 well spent? Do I need to spend more? You need to have real knowledge, real information that you can make sound decisions on. You don't need to be guessing because that's just going to rob you of yield. It's going to rob you of your bottom line.
Yeah. If you're just joining us, Sean Yokomizo is talking to us with Interplant, learning about this Interplant technology. You mentioned soybeans. What's the future, maybe, Sean, with some other row crops or other crops in general?
So we're in soybeans right now. We have this 2026 season. We'll see corn plants out for the first time. These are very early days, very early testing, but that's our next product in the pipeline is corn. So we're excited to bring that technology to the corn because there's so much guesswork in corn too, especially around fungus and ultimately we're hoping to tie into other stresses. So there's going to be insects in the pipeline. We're looking at nitrogen for corn. I know that's a difficult spot for a lot of farmers. So expanding both the types of crops and the types of stresses.
Wonderful. Well, Sean, if folks can't make it out to this year's Iowa Ag Expo, what is the best way to learn about the things that you guys do?
They can visit our website, interplant.com/CropVoice, and that's really the core of our product offering there. They can also talk to their local retailer. We're selling through local retailers, so farmer can go to their local retailer and say, hey, what is this CropVoice thing? And get a third-party explanation and validation of what's going on here.
All right, again, Interplant, creating plants that can communicate. We invite you to check them out at this year's Iowa Ag Expo. Sean, thanks so much.
Thank you, Alex. Been a pleasure.
It's your last chance to lock in 2025 pricing on our Acclaim replacement windows and ensemble entry doors. Get 20% off with no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months. Pay nothing till 2027. Plus, get an extra 5% off the entire project if purchased on initial consultation. If you've been thinking about replacing those drafty, outdated doors or windows, now is the time. Call today or visit rvawyoming.com to book your free estimate.
You deserve to have a building that will last for generations. With more than 110 years of experience and thousands of satisfied customers, Morton Buildings is the industry leader you can trust. If you're planning for a garage, farm shop, horse barn, storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, there's no better time to buy. Contact your local Morton sales office or visit mortonbuildings.com to get started today.
Let's take a peek at your weekend community calendar brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, a Plattsmouth woman has officially filed to run to be Nebraska's top election officer. Sarah Slattery announced this week that she has filed to run for Secretary of State. a post held by Bob Evans since 2019. She says she believes Nebraskans deserve a Secretary of State who will work hard to live up to the state's incredible motto, equality before the law. Nebraska has never had a female Secretary of State in its 158-year history. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.